grandmother,
dancer,
yeah,
your
she was a
father,
dancer. My
your
father, a percussionist, and my grandfather. Uh, I grew up, in all those different, styles with the instrument, listening jazz, guaguancó,
Yeah.
son montuno, guajira, etc.,
So did you have all these toys at home and you played with them when you were younger?
Exactly. I played since I was 3 years old,
Great.
and then television with when I was 5 years,
Who were you
6.
playing with?
No. That was my aunt
Uh-huh.
that she bring me to the television. She knows the musicians, at that time. But I started at 12 years old working with local groups from Puerto Rico like Mario Ortiz, right, Luigi Texidor. But after I began in 1979, I began with Charlie Palmieri,
Oh yeah.
piano
Yeah,
player.
great.
Since that moment, then came a group Batacumbele, Eddie Palmieri, you know.
And were you playing all sorts of percussion then, or when did you start concentrating on congas? Because I know that that's your
Oh,
specialty.
no, always, congas, and then the bongos. I like the timbales too,
Yeah.
let me tell you,
That's a
because
great
that's
instrument. Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
But I always have that way, that serious way for the congas. The same that you can do with the hands, and the same that you can do the same patterns, different patterns on the timbales.
Yeah, except that you're using your
So
hands on the congas.
exactly,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not the same, but you can put it similar.
Okay, so-
Depend of you, the practice.
Yeah. So what are you going to be doing on this project with Flora?
Well, with Flora, that's a real pleasure to be here. The first time I worked with them was in 1980. Uh,
What were you doing on that?
I'm here. I'm ready to do a good job with Flora because that's like my aunt.
Oh really?
Oh,
So
yeah,
you've
yeah.
worked with her before. Tell us a bit about when you've been working with her.
Wow, we did some couple of things. One of her album with Ayrto. That was like almost a year. Was working together.
Where was that?
Was in California. Those are good experience because they have another way, another style. And then I come from Puerto Rico. I listen to them a lot. I listen a little bit of everything just to be ready. And that's gonna be another one, another good experience with Flora and Aildo.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Maybe you would like to cook.
But
Okay.
good humor.
So
Laugh.
So when I ask you a question, if you want to just wait a second and then you can answer, and I won't talk over you because they're not interested in me, they're interested in you.
Yalla.
Yeah.
Yalla.
So if you want to just tell us a little bit more about when you first started working with Flora and how you heard about this project and what they've asked you to come and do.
Well, the first time I worked with Flora was in 1980 in California, a recording session. And for this project, I was out of Boston. I live now in Boston. I'm a teacher at Berklee College of Music over there. A part of that, my agent told me, Giovanni, you have a recording session to do with Flora and Ailto. I said, oh, again, great. So, I came over here. We have the always in different recording sessions we have the good chemistry. That's important. And telling you this is gonna be a good one. Oh yes.
You were saying you played with Flora in 1980.
Uh-huh.
Was that with Ayrto as well?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Can you just tell us a little bit about that experience, the last time you worked with them?
Yeah, or if some live stuff might be good too.
Well,
Talking about some playing live.
in life, let me see. I went to France. This is a part in France that, what is the name? Lyon, right? Lyon. So he was playing with his group, Ayrton Flora. I went with Jack Bruce, right? And then they called me to play with them. Forget it. That people was like a volcano, you know, screaming, happy, everybody, good vibration. Uh, then we did a recording session in San Francisco. That was something Radio Experiencia. That was the tune. It was Flora's album with Ayrton. And a part of that, we was working together with Mr. Dizzy Gillespie at the United Nations Band. That was all the experience that I have with them. A part of the live things. The recording session. But with Dizzy, we spent more, a lot of time together and learning each other. That was good. That was good.
So what
Great.
do you hope to accomplish in the 2 days you've got here, the 3 days?
Yeah, because you're going right back to Boston, not you just got here. Got 2 days here.
Yeah, 2 days and then I have to be back. Let me tell you, with Mr. Ailton Moreira, Mrs. Flora Purim, Mr. Billy Cobham, Mr. Freddy Santiago, Mr. Changuito, and myself, I think that combination gonna be something great, great, great. And that's for the future too. I know that we're gonna do some different combinations, of our ideas, the style, right? And we are positive.
What sort of style of music do you think you'll be working in mostly?
Remember that their major is the Brazilian, right? So we have to work around that, They are versatile. That's really that. But they want to combine our style like Cuban, Puerto Rico, right? American, like with Billy Cobham, and to put it together, Indian with Mr. Zakir Hussain, right? And for me, that's a good combination. Oh yes.
Are there some songs that you're working on particularly? Have you been listening to any music before you came?
No,
Or
no.
are you going to just get together and just jam?
Like that, go together, go through to do the first take.
Just one last one then. What was it
Uh-huh.
like this morning when you sat down for the first hour or so trying to work things out? How did it actually feel?
Wow, let me see. That rhythm is like a 5 or I don't know, something very weird with the clave, pa 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 pa. I say again. So that's another weird stuff for my mind. So let me sit and let me concentrate, and divide myself. I got it. At least I got it.
Did you bring your own instruments with you then?
No.
You don't need to play
No,
on
no,
anything
no.
particular.
I endorse LP, Latin percussion, and Silgen, and when I have to do something, so I have my instrument in the place already.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's very good.
Okay.